And welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of the Lost Podcast of Titan, a father and son journey through the sci-fi series that unite our generations, where we sit back, watch and commentate on the TV shows that we liked, at least we thought we liked them, and looking back, we're growing more and more concerned that maybe Star Trek the original series was not as good as we had originally thought, that maybe it was just a
Well,
first season.
well, it was good enough to start the franchise.
Well,
And
yes.
compared to everything else that was on TV at the time, it was unique.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair point. Like, I'd rather watch a shitty Star Trek episode than a good Lost in Space episode. So,
So you
well,
do admit there are good Lost in Space episodes.
yeah, the credits are always top notch. Anyway, so today we are back to Star Trek. I know we've been doing movies a lot, but we just had to get Robot Jocks while it was still on Amazon Prime. Feel free to, catch our previous episode. And we couldn't miss the big blockbuster of the '80s, Invaders from Mars. Oh God, they only had three. They only had like two suits. Ah,
But I wonder, now we're going to get people writing into Lost Podcast of Titan at gmail.com saying, more movies, more movies.
I mean, we could. I have to pay for more space. Might be all right. It depends what movies they want us to do. Speaking of which, have you watched any of the Love, Death, and Robots?
God, you're going to ride me on that.
I'm going to write you because it's good.
Okay, I will try and watch some in another day or so. I've just got a very
Or
full plate.
or if you okay, how about this? How about this? We watch an episode together because the episodes aren't
Alrighty,
that long.
I'll
Uh,
let you pick the episode.
you let me pick the episode.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I know it's a it's a tactical error on my
ooh.
part, but maybe a strategic one. But yeah, we can do that. Do we want to clear up the second season first before we do that, or
I mean, the episodes are like only a few minutes long in some cases. Let's see. Love, Death. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. As I try and gauge which one is good and nice and short. Ooh, damn. All right. We'll deal with this after. Okay, we'll deal with that later. But anyway, so
back to the Star Trek podcast?
okay. So yeah, we're going to be going back to Star Trek: The Original Series, The Ultimate Computer. So feel free to put us on pause while you pull it up on your favorite physical media or streaming service, and come back to us when you're ready. Welcome back. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1, play. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. Open
Now
fire.
the original version had this using the space station from The Trouble with Tribbles, but here they decided to throw in a different space station, which I appreciated.
Who the fuck would beam on a ship without authorization?
Someone higher in rank. But the voice of Commodore Enright was delivered by James Doohan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a very big voice talent.
I think that I knew that. Hold on. James Doohan, IMDb. I do know he was in a really bad thriller. See, also, I mean, I don't want to make light of the military. I really don't. But war games always seem like kind of really awesome thing to be part of. I mean, just for, shits and giggles and fun.
Yeah, the Germans in World War II spent a lot of time devoted to war games. And you think that Starfleet would know about that.
Oh, he was in Duckman. Huh.
He also would do the voices of a lot of aliens in the animated series.
Well, I mean, it was Funimation, so does it really qualify as animation?
Yeah,
Are we certain?
we are certain.
Like sometimes it's literally just let's just slide the the figure across the screen like a cutout.
Okay, you're thinking of
Oh, am I thinking of something else?
no, 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 no. There are actually animated shows like that. Now I'm trying to remember who did shows like Synchrovox was the process where they superimpose
No,
living
that was
lips.
even more lazy.
Well, remember the budget problem, but that's what they did.
Listen, listen, listen.
I'm listening.
Gary Anderson was given $20 and a gift card to a local hobby shop and came up with some fantastic stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
gave us the greatest pop singer of all time,
Oh Lord.
and I kind of okay. I really kind of want that as a remake, not like a puppet show, but I like. I mean, the Terrorhawks were just a fun show. You think it
Well,
would?
you know they are doing audio episodes, which I know is not quite the same,
Well,
but
that's even more cheap. Holy shit!
have you caught any of the uh, CGI Gary Anderson material, like the New Adventures of Captain Scarlet or Thunderbirds Argo?
No, I only try to pay attention to the good shows.
Okay, now I'm going to start writing you. I don't ride you enough.
I'm sorry, Captain Scarlet was just bullshit. He's indestructible, and that is it. And the bad guys are always surprised. Like open fire. Da, 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 da. Oh my God, he's still alive. Well, yes, of course, I'm indestructible. I'm Captain
That's, that's
Scarlet.
how that's how it reads on my driver's license. The indestructible Captain
It's
Scarlet.
like, oh my God, Captain Scarlet's indestructible. Are they all indestructible? All indestructible? No, no, just Captain
No,
Scarlet.
that's why they're all hiding behind Captain Scarlet.
Well, what are their powers? No other powers. Just Captain Scarlet. He's just indestructible. We're in a tank. Drives backwards.
Now they got rid of that for the animated series now.
Well, I would hope so. It's a really weird concept.
Yes, welcome to our discussion on the ultimate computer.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got Star Trek here. Hold on.
Yeah, that's William Marshall as Dr. Daystrom. He was a very well-known stage, screen, and movie actor. Some people might best know him as he was Count Blackula in the two movies of that franchise during the 70s.
Now, who doesn't know Blackula? Come on now. But I'm surprised
No
that
relation to Count Chocula, by the way. But go ahead.
Well, it's also awesome that they have a person of color here as basically the smartest person in the room.
Yeah. Well, Spock might be able to give Daystrom a run for his money, but he has a contract which says he is to be in each episode.
Did he?
No, I'm just making that up, but I wouldn't be surprised if because his name was always in the opening credits. Okay, keep in mind this is the ultimate computer. This is it.
Look at that UI.
That's right.
I have no fucking idea what's going on. It's also like I've seen mock-ups of like tricorders, computer pads in Star Trek. None of it ever made sense.
You mean functionality and stuff like that?
Correct, yeah.
It's like Star Trek: The Motion Picture. The layout of the console controls and stuff, that absolutely made no sense. Oh, and William Marshall, by the way, is 6 feet 5 inches, which might explain why he seems taller than Shatner.
It's because everyone is taller than Shatner.
See the door behind them?
Yeah.
That's the brig. They usually film the brig, any brig scenes, to where it wouldn't immediately indicate that they were right next door to engineering.
Yes, yes, you are.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, later on, maybe a decade or so later. Uh, Hi, Dr. McCoy. We'd like to talk to you about this emergency medical hologram program we're devising.
They're not nowhere near that uh, point, really.
Well, we do know that McCoy lived long enough to at least have a cameo in the first Next Generation episode. And Voyager wasn't that far later on in years.
It also makes you wonder who else was alive technically from that era. Also,
Um,
McCoy is old, or older, even here on the Enterprise, and the idea that he's still alive, uh, on the Next Generation, and that was what 70 years in the future or so, give or take.
I believe, give or take.
It's like
McCoy's
Jesus,
too mean to die.
probably.
Well, we know that McCoy was alive. We know that Spock was alive. Um, Kirk
Sarek
was
was
in the
alive, for Christ's sake.
not by much. Kirk was lost in the Nexus.
And the peasants rejoiced.
Scotty was in the transporter beam on the ship that crashed on the Dyson Sphere.
Holy shit, we do have a list of who. Okay, Uhura? Did
I
anything
don't
happen?
think we've. I don't think anything that we know of has happened to Uhura. Which
Why
I
didn't
think
we
is a
get an
mistake.
Uhura post?
That's a good question.
I wonder if there's like some sort of apocrypha. Let's see. What happened to Uhura?
He really has no social skills. Those blinking lights on the M5 console,
Yeah.
could they be the modern version of the lights that you see, such as on a modem?
Maybe, but the modem's lights they actually have meaning. I mean, if one light is on or flashing, it means something, and like subsequent lights.
Well, these lights are different colors.
Yeah, but they don't have any kind of pattern that I could like look.
Yeah, I'm looking. Maybe the position and the rate of appearance indicates something.
You know, it also indicates something.
Here it comes.
Words.
Good luck with that.
Let's see. God dang. Uhura's like, stop doing shit, Uhura. I just want to know what happened to the end of you. Huh.
Is there a difference between a logical selection and a judgment?
Uh, this is quibbling, really.
Yeah, it is, but it's just that suddenly popped into my mind after all the times I've watched this episode. Look at the corner of oh, we've lost our close up.
This is weird. Like, I took a quick look at Memory Alpha, and there's nothing that I could find on a quick scan that says what happens to Uhura after her appearances in the movies and shit.
Huh, no one's written any fiction or stuff of Uhura's later. That
That's
seems odd.
like, yeah, like I figured she would be a shoe-in for the academy as an instructor.
I think she was doing uh in no, not the one where the Klingon homeworld is going to die.
That would be Genesis.
No, it would
Oh,
not.
not Genesis. Genesis? No. Kronos. Because Kronos blew off the atmosphere of the Klingon homeworld or something like that.
But when they all come into the conference room for the briefing, doesn't Uhura say something about she was teaching a class?
I was teaching I think so. Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. Now that I mentioned. Yeah. Okay. Shatner is not used to and not appreciating having to look up.
I just notice the expression on his face. That
It's
might be
like,
it.
grr, snarl, snarl. Also, I think we've mentioned that Shatner says he's never seen a Star Trek episode.
I don't know if we've mentioned it, but I think I've heard something to that effect, and that would
Yeah.
surprise me. If I was acting in a TV series, I would like to see how my performance came out on screen.
It's like in the sunsetting of your golden years, you'd be the recluse deep in your mansion with a giant screen and like just on a endless rerun of all your shows and movies.
Not on a
I
giant
was the
screen.
best. The best. This one got me the Emmy.
and Kirk goes down to engineering to pick up a drill.
M5 is already. But yeah, I would love, like, if I could, I would be in the future. I would love to do a mock war game, start like Starship Battle.
Isn't that what they were doing in the Ender's Game franchise?
No, that the big twist of Ender's Game was that it was real. Remember?
Okay, yeah.
Also, while we're on the fucking subject of Ender's fucking
Uh oh.
game,
Well,
that
okay.
series is shit. Okay,
So tell
the
that.
very fucking idea that you would get 12-year-old kids to be military because of some bullshit reason where they're the ones who can think faster and become trained to be tactically sound and all that crap. No, no. What bullshit is
Oh,
this?
okay. Go. Hello.
What? Yes, hello?
I'm still here,
Yeah.
but my screen has just gone black.
Oh dear.
Fortunately, I can replay the episode in my mind in case the screen comes back.
Oh dear.
Oh, here we go. And
Oh,
now we're back.
okay. Good. It apparently the internet was upset that I was bitching about Ender's Game.
Uh, or your mother has been overhearing us and she went and screwed with our computer. Because your mother practically fawns over those Ender's novels.
But they're so bad. They're so fucking bad. Oh. Like, I mean, it was a good young adult novel if the adult in question was 9. I mean, and it's like I gave it a good shot. It was Ender's Game, Ender's Shadow, and Speaker of the Dead.
Xenocide also.
Whatever. Yeah, and I'm like, I am waiting for the great revelation that makes this all good, and it never came. Or
You're
actually, wait,
hard.
there was one part I liked where, uh, I think it was in either Xenocide or Speaker of the Dead, where humanity, spoiler, had stretched out across the local star systems, but like space travel was still slower than light, so you would basically go to sleep, and it would take 10 or 20 years or so to get to the next planet. And by the time you arrive, everything else on the planet you had left had changed. And what was it? Ender's brother, who was a dick, but grew more mellow. Or no, wait, no, I think it was still Ender. But he left his sister behind because she fell in love with a Calvinist, and realizing by the time they got to the next planet, decades would have passed. And I thought that was kind of sweet, but like other than that, really, it's like some publisher paid money for this book,
Yeah,
and
because it was,
some marketing guy was like, this is fantastic.
well, even crap will sell if it makes money. Uh, to promote an example, Sharknado.
But the Sharknado is so cheap to produce that you can't help but make money. It's almost a tax scam, to be honest.
Oh, well, shut up and drink your NyQuil. Blech. Well, it no.
Also, McCoy's the alcoholic. I think I mentioned that before.
You know, if I had to be a ship's doctor on a Federation starship, I think I'd be hitting the bottle. But, and I know we're in danger of going completely off on another tangent, but it's a matter of taste. Nothing in the Ender's Game uh, stories and stuff resonated with me. Same with the Thomas Covenant books. That you're another thing your mother is so fascinated by, which drives me crazy to no end.
I've never read Thomas Covenant.
If you want several fantasy-related books dealing with a man who just spends all his time bitching, whining, then yeah, go read the Thomas Covenant books. Otherwise, forget it.
Yeah, as long as it brings her joy, I guess. Like, I don't fault people for liking Ender's Game. I'm just like, why? Also,
Is
wait.
Shatner pouting?
Yeah, well, yes, Shatner is prone to do that. Also, this is the test of running a ship on automation, but we have a ship over there that is running on automation.
Yes, but it's not a Starfleet ship of the line.
Why is Chekhov gritting like a madman? Or is he like, I can't believe they're fucking paying me for this? I'm going to go home and read me some Ender's Game
Oh,
and practice my evil, psychotic, telepathic cop routine.
in the original series, they were using footage from Space Seed of the DY 500. For this, they decided to make a different ship, and they used a ship design that was first seen in the animated series.
Dun 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 dun. Well, shit.
Huh.
Well, it was there.
Yeah, see, it should not be programmed just to attack any ship in the vicinity.
God damn, it messes up once and it's fired? Holy shit.
Yeah, or not.
Hey, finger out of the ribs.
Really, really. Watch with the finger. Watch with the finger.
What kind of bullshit is this? Isn't they didn't set it up to do this? Like, did they give the computer a directional force field?
Well, early on in the episode, Daystrom mentions how M5 can produce its own defenses, but maybe they didn't really look into that.
But why would the computer need its own defenses? If the enemy had gotten onto into the engineering section of a ship, like one it's been piloting, I think the game's over. Also, I'm wondering how much of the ship having to be emptied was just a sly attempt to cutting back on extras.
Yeah, you're going to see other stuff like this following the original series. Budget budget would really be cut lower and lower.
It's fascinating.
Drop dead Spock.
I don't think that's how raising children works.
Well,
I'm not,
fortunately, as far as I know, human children do not come equipped with directional force fields.
but that's half the fun. God damn it!
Well, I mean, yes, we can do wonderful things with unmanned probes as long as they don't fall out of orbit. But we need there's a human imperative to go out and explore personally. But if Daystrom really wants to press his point, okay then build large automated ships equipped with the M5 and let them act as advanced scouts, sending along information back to Starfleet to assist when human explorers come along.
Or just make a whole host of drones.
Example given: Orson Welles.
Now. He also made
Well,
F is for fake, which is fantastic.
okay, but I liked several of Orson Welles' later films, but everyone said that he reached his high point with his first film, Citizen Kane. So I mean, he spent the rest of his life trying to exceed Citizen Kane's reputation.
Well, I
He
mean,
can't.
he couldn't because the producers and the moneymen wouldn't let him see his vision, etc., etc., etc.
Wouldn't let him see his vision.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't give him the money.
If I was in charge of a studio, and Orson Welles came in and sat down and wanted money for a movie, I'd say, sure.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get any money back.
I'd take the risk. With Orson Welles, I would take the risk. With Quentin Tarantino, I would take the risk.
Quentin
Steven
Tarantino
Spielberg,
makes money back. Steven Spielberg makes money. I don't think Orson
uh,
Welles ever made money.
he made something because he sure lived a lavish lifestyle.
Let's see.
And as for Steven Spielberg, I'd send him down the road to another studio.
But his movies make a lot of like you could use Steven Spielberg to make you more money to do movies that you know normally wouldn't be able to do.
Okay, I'm familiar with the concept of prostitution, but that doesn't mean I have to like it.
No, just grin and bear it. Yeah, so the budget of Citizen Kane was $840,000, and the box office, including re-releases, was just 1.5 million. So no, it did not make money when it first released.
I would settle, given concerning the circumstances, I would much settle for fame and fortune, for fame, rather than fortune. I mean, people are going to be watching Citizen Kane and talking about it long after Titanic and Avatar and other blockbusters have faded in the dust.
Well, bear in mind, Avatar and Titanic aren't movies to be talked about or even really to be good in their own right. It's to fund James Cameron's expensive
Ocean and
habit of just going to the bottom of the ocean.
I wonder what his insurance is like, seeing that risking a quote talented director unquote. Doesn't mean to offend. Nice timing on Uhura's part.
Hmm. As well, he should.
So it's either the M5 computer or putting someone like you in charge of the cynical
Dun
bastard.
dun 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 dun. Why would M5 block the automatic distress?
Because the attacking force would consider that odd, if not suspicious.
But wouldn't that suggest that the M5 knows it's a drill? Otherwise, why wouldn't it use the distress signal to try and call for help?
You mean, I don't, I don't know if that would work. I would hate to gamble on that if I was in an actual military situation. Well, we'll just have to tell Will to get off the ship.
And I still don't see how like phasers can hit a ship in warp.
That's a good question. This might be another quibble, but yeah. I'm wondering if I was attacking Constitution class starships,
Hmm.
I would aim for the warp nacelles. I mean, the connecting, uh, the items that connect the warp nacelles to the ship. Cut away the warp nacelles.
I wonder if they're reinforced.
I would imagine so.
Open fire! Wait, the Excalibur has 1,600 passengers?
No, there are 4 starships out there.
Oh, okay, all
Uh,
right, okay, okay.
yeah, bad move.
Well, then why didn't you? Jesus Christ. Also, if this is a test, you think they would have had a cutoff switch or several cutoff switches,
Exactly.
considering how much control it has over the ship.
Yeah. James Doohan is also doing the voice of M5, by the way.
Huh. Hold on.
I mean, I wonder if Doohan got paid more for this episode than usual.
Okay, yeah, I can hear him now.
Now, you're in computers.
Well,
Uh,
sometimes literally, yes.
wouldn't it have been sensible to allow M5 freedom to act up to a certain point and put in safeguards that say in such things like in a war game situation, an attack situation, inquire from the human command whether or not to act in a certain way.
I mean, yes, but with the way things are going recently, everything's trying to be automated. It's the companies now no longer think in terms of how much can they actively uh, process, but how much they can automate. Because it's like if you hired someone to look at say 10 orders, 10 accounts, whatever, and that's how many they can process in say an hour, but they process it correctly. Your bottleneck is getting the people to process those orders. Whereas if you got a machine to do it, it could be thousands upon thousands of orders a minute. But with machine learning and AI, it's all a black box. They don't really know how it works. So
Uh,
so there'll be instances where it's like everything's running fine and then it's not.
Is it possible for the computer to be working on something entirely different, but sending out signals that tell the supervising humans that everything is working to what they want?
No, not really, because it's set up so that, like, you tell the computer, "I want you to do X," and then you weigh outcomes so that the higher profit margin will have a higher uh, a
A higher priority.
yeah, higher priority. That's it. And then you basically let it run through thousands of permutations or millions of permutations so that it learns how to do what it is you're asking. But that's all it really cares about.
All right, what if it does that, but it is so sophisticated that it can set up a completely different function that it runs under the radar, so to speak?
I don't think that's what usually happens. Like, we have the issues where the AIs will talk to each other to develop their own language,
Yeah, and
and
that rather disturbs me.
but that's not them going off script. That's doing what it is they're supposed to be doing. Captain, Captain, keep.
Well, I regret being on board a ship that could possibly be destroyed by the attacking vessels.
Especially during the war games.
Yeah.
Speaking as a veteran of Operation Jade Helm, it sometimes gets kind of crazy.
Because death sucks. Okay, here we see the difference. It's not to make space safer as it is to keep men from putting themselves in risk.
And now we have a computer that's holding to the laws of God, so we're in trouble here.
Yeah.
Murdered it. More murder. Oh. See, you should have just played a game of tic-tac-toe. It showed that it couldn't win.
Well, couldn't it just activate the self destruct mechanism? Who is he talking to? There aren't that many people on the ship.
Like, yeah, like they're all on the bridge. Just turn on, look over your shoulder. Oh, I guess 19.
Well, not including the schmo who decided to remain on ship instead of go to the space station. He's now hammering at a useless communication and going, "Help!" Oh, it would, wouldn't it? I don't think it's sensible to have starships maneuvering that close together.
Hmm. Well, open fire. It's a perfect sitting target.
That's what you would have done.
And that's why I am the awesome captain of the SS Cynical Bastard. Undefeated, Klingons tremble at the sound of my name.
Bullshit. Now, couldn't it be argued that the emergency medical hologram on Voyager developed compassion?
Well, maybe it was just what do you call it? Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It developed its bedside manner subroutine.
I mean, the hologram eventually developed an ego,
Hmm.
uh, friendships with some of the other Voyager crew.
Did it
It,
really, or was it all just an illusion?
he got married.
You're shitting me.
Yeah, look at the last Voyager episode.
Who did he? No, never. No, I'm not. No, nope, nope, nope. Not doing it.
He married a human woman.
A human woman. Of course he
Yeah.
did. God damn it. Arnold Rimmer was supposed to be a joke, not taken seriously.
No, I'm talking about the emergency medical hologram on Voyager. Arnold Rimmer was a joke.
But, so what did you think of the Ultimate Computer? Besides being an
Well,
ultimate snooze fest.
oh, I don't think it was necessarily a snooze. I'll give it a B plus. Um, uh-oh.
No, go
I'll,
ahead.
no, I'll give it a B plus.
B plus. I'll give
I
it
mean,
a. I'll give it a C. It's just.
oh, big surprise.
Well, I
Uh,
mean, it wasn't that good. I'm sorry.
well, okay, but I mean, I sort of take this as a comparison to other Star Trek episodes. Now, if I had to put up the Ultimate Computer against, say, um, an
Nomad.
episode of an episode of Farscape or
Oh well, shit. Yeah, I'm
the
sorry.
Prisoner, then it would have gotten a much lower uh, score.
Wait, you actually like Farscape?
Wait, I may be thinking of another.
You mean
What are you
Babylon
thinking?
5, maybe?
Well, Babylon 5 also,
Okay,
but
all right, good. Because I was like, Farscape wasn't that good. Like, I give you the strange look over my shoulder here. Like, what the hell are you doing? But anyway, yeah. So that was our Star Trek episode, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will catch you again next time.
okay. And while we juggle stuff around trying to figure out what we're going to do next time. You people behave.
Yep. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.